Yo, back at it again with another competitive 2K game, and this time it's versus a good rival, Kid Valentine. He's a good player this year. I mean, he's still a little bitch, but he's a good player. And this game, it was just back and forth. It was a good competitive game versus the Knicks and the Clippers, and it was Melo versus Blake. Well, it wasn't really Melo versus Blake. It was more Tim Hardaway, J.R. Smith versus Blake than anything, because as you guys can see, he took advantage of the alley-oop exploit, which, let's face it, is an exploit this year because it can happen over with 2 or 3 people at once, and it's just uncalled for. Shit's ridiculous, and it feels like sometimes you can't even stop it, but you can stop it. There are ways not to stop it, but to contain it to a point where it's not as glitchy as it normally is, because sometimes I see fucking lobs get caught over like Dwight Howard and a Sheik, or even fucking Pau Gasol and Zachary or something like that, and it's just a little ridiculous and annoying, but people will be people and try to, I guess, just abuse the move, but whatever. On to the next point, and with this game I had to make a change in the lineup in the middle of the game, or in the beginning, but I put Melo at the 4, and I put Smith at the 3, and Tim Hardaway at the 2, and Felton at the 1, and of course Tyson at the 5, because I realized against his 1-3-1 defense, it was a trap sort of, and he rotated fast, so it was hard to get an open look with only 3 shooters. So with 4 shooters, it gives you the extra option, and with ball movement, that's the key against zone this year. I mean, there's really no money plays, at least in the Knicks playbook I can think of, that spread the floor real well to a point where you don't need to start 4 shooters. I mean, you sacrifice rebounding, but then again, it's Melo, so he'll get some rebounds. It's not like he's a chump and he'll just get out rebounded all game. And also, he took a lot of charges this game. Like, I would force a turnover, and it'd be like not even half a second after he'd be in charge position, and I get a charge. So when you play people like this, you have to be patient with your game, because you have to realize that during the course of a 2K game, you will get at least 1 to 2 runs, probably towards the middle of the second and end or middle of the third. And what you do with those runs is up to how you play. And there's that charge right there. Those runs will dictate the game for you, I'm pretty sure, because that's what happens to me in most games. And with those runs, you can either take the lead or fall behind, because the pace will not let up. You either start missing BS shots or making BS shots, so it goes either way. And in this game, he kept in his players almost like all game, taking, like, his timeouts weren't even that sporadic, and like he just kept them in all game. I don't know how they still made their shots, but it was crazy. And in the last 2 minutes here, definitely a lot of clutch shots by Melo, J.R. Smith, Jared Dudley. So it was definitely a close game back and forth, and you have to be prepared for these type of situations when you're playing a person that maybe exploits lobs and has a good defense. So as you can see, Jared Dudley's making contested shit now. Just toss it to him, he'll make it. But I pulled away eventually and get the lead, and then he comes back with some BS, hits like 3 straight threes to Dudley right here, and this was just ridiculous. It pissed me off to no end. I was raging actually on the mic. And with that, we're coming towards the end of the video, so subscribe if you want some more 2K gameplay and money game gameplay and player comparisons and the top 10 teams in 2K this year. Subscribe, like, comment, and I am out.